Greetings in the love and in the light of our infinite prime creator, the divine grid program. Namaste, namaskaram. There's been a few inquiries made in the past roughly 2 years that I've been making videos in regards to these hand gestures that I make. And so on and so forth. Many different hand gestures, but more so known as mudras, not gang signs. The only gang that I'm in is the Folgers Coffee Gang. But mudras. And I wanted to also refer back to this last book that I created called Academy of the Ascendants. It is book 3 of 3 of the New Earth Golden Age Timeline trilogy. And within the description of the book, I believe at some point I refer to this book as a manual of sorts. This third offering in the New Earth Golden Age Timeline trilogy is the primary source manual of spiritual technology for the Academy of the Ascendants. So, source manual of spiritual technology. All right, and I wanted to, here I am. I'm actually looking at the book on Amazon site through the Kindle, author portal. You can look at the contents of your book, and here's the cover of it, so forth, so on and so forth, and this is what it essentially would look like if you had downloaded it to your ebook reader or Kindle, specifically Kindle, but I think it's compatible with all the ebook readers. And here we're looking at the table of contents. So in regards to a source manual, and in regards to, by way of explanation about all these different hand symbols and such, because I've had some of the more cheeky inquiries basically be accusatory in nature and say, what's up with all these Masonic hand symbols and whatnot? And it, I mean, honestly, Freemason and Freemasonry, I think, is like any other group. You have people that are heartfelt and they're good Freemasons and bad Freemasons, blah, blah, blah. But, and all that's even relative to what's good and bad. Everything's from God. Everything's from source. And if you're meant to learn lessons, then you're going to learn them, or otherwise you're going to stay in harmonic universe number one. But the endeavor, the aim is to rise as a metahuman, and that was the purpose of this whole trilogy of books that I created. And in regards to my hand gestures and whatnot, Masonic symbols, I mean, it very well may. I'm not a Mason. The only thing I remotely have any connection with that body of knowledge is I did go through the Minerval initiation for the Ordo Templar Orientalis, and that was as far as I went with that in an organized fashion, although I kept up with my studies within that organization through my own resources. But the symbols, the hand symbols and hand gestures have always been sort of a part of my repertoire, and specifically though, they come from mudras in the Hindu spiritual technologies, and also with Kujikiri, the spiritual technologies of Japan, and specific to some of the warrior arts and the clandestine warrior arts. I hesitate to use the word ninja, but they do have an association with ninjutsu, the Kujikiri hand forms. But anyway, within this book, in the table of contents, I have a little section, energy tools for fifth dimensional focus, for you to dominate harmonic universe number one, dominate the third dimension with higher energies. And there is no surer way to do that with these energy tools that I included in this book, this wisdom offering in written word format called Academy of the Ascendants. And we start off with what is known as the Hakini Mudra. And I'm just going to kind of blow through these and, he said blow. We're going to kind of skim through these, but anyway, just to give you an idea of what some of the spiritual technology, as this is a source manual, could be considered a source manual. And then, so I give examples of other types of mudras and the explanations thereof, so on and so forth. And then we have, another type of mudra. But these are all applicable to your states, your energy vibration, your mental states, and your energy structures. And then here we have one of my favorites, the pyramid hands, senior mastery. When you invoke these energies, it said pyramid hands. Senior isn't about being old. Senior's ability to own who you are, to say, this is me, living the vibration, so on and so forth. High above your head, and goes on about it, talks a little bit more. And then we have present in the here and now, gratitude for the perfect moment, prayer hands. One does not pray with words. One prays with their hands. Whoever is praying with words is begging. One doesn't beg. The Spirit knows quite well what you require. When the palms touch each other, the left is closed by help of the right inside man to form a chain to complete the positive and negative polarity energy circuit. This is how the body is bound firmly. And through the tips of the fingers pointing upwards, a free flame arises. That is the secret of prayers, which is not mentioned in any script, but it's mentioned here at the Academy Ascendants in Volume 3 of the New Earth Golden Age Timeline Trilogy. So all good comes to you when you are present in the current moment. Present time is the only place you exist. Yes. Then we have powerful, this martial arts salute, greeting that I'm fond of, that it has a tradition behind it. I'm just making this stuff up, kids, okay? But the powerful, the martial arts palm and hand salute. Your hand of peace, your empty hand over your fist, it is symbolic, meaning that you come in peace, but should it require the defense and the safety of your third dimensional vehicle. So we have the martial salute. Hand formation of fist and palm is known as the 5 lakes and 4 seas, or 5 continents and 4 oceans. Powerful, as in capable, is having the personal power to create, manage, decide, and live as you wish. And we have commanding passion. Commanding and passion. There are a myriad of mudras you can form to change the psycho-energetic frequency of your body and mind. However, the pyramid mudra is special. This mudra has a historical reference in ancient wisdom teachings beginning in the ancient mystery schools of Eldritch Atlantis, and thusly found in the schools of hidden knowledge in Egypt, and also in China, India, and Tibet. The Great Pyramids were not built as tombs, as you should be aware. The vibration of commanding allows you to clearly identify your desire and put into motion which is required to make it happen. Like powerful, commanding is always from a place of balanced personal power and does not involve the harm of others. The work you will do later with the rays of creation requires wearing the vibration of commanding. To use them successfully, when you command, you are doing so from a place of certainty, presence, and graciousness. And then we have graciousness, forgiveness. The living word stands alone. And then let's see what else. And then I have a nice little image there that I'm fond of that talks about being for in this life, maintaining your spiritual integrity and your energy integrity, your aura, by being for things. Don't get caught up in getting angry and being against things and having, arguments and debates with people. It only leads to you compromising your energy structure. So always be for something in this world. Never be against things. That leads to darkness. As long as you are full of the light, as long as you are of the light, no harm will come to you. Your path will be before you. It will be supported by the universe. As you are here to learn your lessons and do so graciously, powerfully, commanding, and with authority. And so it is written, so it is. Not this time, Matrix. Your frequency tax. See there? That shit works.
Namaste, Namaskaram.